Okay, so in this video here, this is going to be an overview of the schedule for those of you who are studying. Let's say let's say you decide to study like 2 languages, but you want to study 10 more languages or something like that, but you don't have the time. So this is what I'm doing. Okay, this is really good because it'll be for more like a passive learning while you're focusing on the other languages. So for example, you can do something like this. Let's say, like me, you would choose like 4 languages for the year. Let's say you choose to do, let's say you do Swedish, Japanese, Tamil, Ukrainian. Okay, these are the languages you chose to do for the whole year, all right? And this is like the 3-month period. The first 3 months you spend on Swedish, and then the next 3 months you spend on Japanese, like that. Now, you get up every day. Let's say you're Swedish, you start that. You get up every day, put in your 3 hours, okay? Your 3 hours for this language. Your first hour you do the listening part. Then the second hour you try to construct some sentences, and then the third hour you go to like a chat room or whatever, try to practice with some natives. Or if you're still fresh at the language, you can just make sentences like by yourself without trying them on someone. It's up to you, however you want to do it. But you do that, and let's say you did your 3 hours today. I did my 3 hours for Swedish, okay. But I want to listen to something else. I have some extra time. Now I say, okay, I can just listen to some German here. I'll take a teacher self, listen to start from chapter 1. Okay, so this is chapter 1. This parentheses here, chapter 1. Okay, now let's say you decide to do 30 minutes. 30 minutes is enough. I like to do an hour. But that day you spend 30 minutes listening to German, first dialogue, okay? After you complete that, you make a mark here. So this parenthesis should be empty. Once you listen to that dialogue for 30 minutes, you mark that, okay? So you say, okay, I listened to that one time. My goal is to listen to it for 7 days. So you mark that, and then the next day, you got to do Swedish again for three hours. You go back to Swedish, do the same thing. Then, let's say if you decide to go back to German and listen, do it again. You listen to the dialogue again, and then you mark it. That's the second time. Or you can just jump over here, let's to Italian, and do the same thing. Listen to the first dialogue and mark it. That way, you won't get confused. You go back and say, oh man, I can't remember which chapter I was listening to before. You'll have it tracked, okay? So you could do that. And that would just be for more. That would just be for like passive learning. You don't have to do any constructions or try to find native speakers. You don't have to do that. But once that time comes, you will have covered the listening. You probably will complete like 7 or 8 chapters in that language of listening, and you already got the pronunciations down. All you have to do is just practice the sentences, the constructions, and then start finding people to practice with. Okay, that's what I do. I have a lot of languages that I'm doing this for. I just have this list like I showed you guys in the other video, and I just record the days that I listen to the dialogues. Okay, so you can do that. Once you get the 7 filled up, if you decide to listen for 7 days, everybody's days may be different, but I choose to listen to at least 7 days first before I move on to the next chapter. Then I'll just put like chapter 1 up here. Okay. I'll put chapter 1 here, so I know I've completed that chapter. And when I come back to it, then I'll do the same thing, chapter 2, and just go 7 days. So I mean, there's really no rush because you're not doing any construction work anyway. So why not take this approach? You're getting something out of it. You're getting some passive learning out of it. It's better than not touching it at all, So yeah, so I know there are a lot of people out there, they say that, well, I chose 2 languages, but I want to study these other ones. I just don't have time. I need to focus on these 2. You can do that. You can focus on those 2 languages or 4 languages, how many ever you choose to focus on for the year. But why not? Why not go pick up a Sinhalese course and listen to, you know, get some passive going, some passive learning going. Okay, listen to the whole dialogue and just move on. Now, this is your choice. You can either let's say after you complete the dialogues, you listen to them, you can go back and try to translate them, try to understand what's going on, or you can just move on without translating them, just to get used to the sounds. That's up to you. I rather understand. I want to understand it. Like, before I move into chapter 2, I want to make sure I understand the content of this chapter. I'm not making any constructions now, right? Okay, I just want to make sure I understand everything before I move on. That's just me. You don't have to if you just want to get used to the sounds. So yeah, this is the. I just want to go back over this. A few people, they didn't understand the last video, but this is what you can do. I mean, why not? Just give it a try, you know. So yep. If you guys don't understand, there's some people out there still don't understand what's going on here. Just let me know. Send me a private message, and I'll reply back to you. You know, go back over it again. But yeah, this is what you can do if you want to do other languages, but you don't have the time now to do all this construction and all that good stuff. So yeah, this is pretty much it for the video, and let me know if you guys have any other questions.